Yeah, nobody cares. We're not playing this game for story, even though I read the story a lot. The first two rooms are just for going through, so it's important to not shoot the three green things with a charge beam, because if you go up there and shoot it with a charge beam, like there's an invisible wall where you can't shoot the door. When you're finished with shooting the green things, you're just boosting through. So the normal GameCube version route is like to didn't done that a lot. It's just to do that, but well, this version you can just boost through that and boost then a second time. So the problem here is, however, that you can't just straight boost through the entire area. Because this ground is uneven, sometimes it can happen that while you springball, that you just go left, and when you boost, that you boost against the wall, and well, you need to actually care for where the ground is even. So in a normal speedrun, then you would just go normal when the screen starts. Just press Z, shoot. Wait, free boost, and then go there. Fun fact that I want to mention. Wait, does it work here? Well, no. Hey. No collision. That's funny. It's because it's also the area where you go out of bounds through. You can scan that port as soon as you go through it and just shoot the two things. It's nothing more. As soon as the door goes slightly up, you can boost through it, scan that pile, and just go however you want to this door and just boost through it. But there's no problem, so you can't go ahead of this monitor when it's not loaded. So if there's just a black pile of nothingness, you actually stop to go through this thing. It doesn't. Well, it depends on how you do it. If you just boost through it and go there will nothing happen. So, but if you boost through it and but if you boost slightly less through it and just start here, you will probably be stopped because the screen didn't load yet. Because when you just boost through it like how you should do it, it will not be loaded until now. So you need to wait here some seconds. You just shoot and oh no, what a jump scare! I didn't see him by 50 million times before. Well, yeah, just shoot, and then boost ball. Well, the door will always have to load a second. Will not open immediately, so if you wanted to know that, every time you boost through this, you will probably either get stuck at these monitors and then go to the tunnel, or if you know the exact route, you just directly boost up the tunnel. If you're not fast enough, it can happen with the work Splinter. I think it was called that way. Well, I killed it now, but if you're faster than the work Splinter that goes into the tunnel, you're good. Well, if you're slower, either you will just boost against the Federation soldier, or go straight through the tunnel. So most of the times you just want to do that. And yeah. Well, the cutscene trigger of the next cutscene can be anywhere from there where the Splinter is to just directly boost there. So I will just show it. The cutscene trigger is actually really big, so it doesn't matter where you do it, just boost through. So well, you can actually go now just to the pile and to the scan pile and scan it, but we are speedrunner, so so we will just go when we are out of the tunnel. We just because we are unmorphed now, we are just going there and scanning these pile from there because it saves time and it will teleport you. So when the cutscene ends, you're standing in the dead soldier. But if you immediately press Z like 2 times and target the soldier, you will not get stuck there and go faster out. So it saves like a little bit of time, and then you can just jump there, or well, you can go up there and go the little way. But most of the times you either want to get a ghetto jump here and go beyond that, or you just jump at the door. It sometimes depends on where the soldiers are, but you figured out. Well, yeah, just going through and then... Oh! No! Oh no! Item loss! Oh no! Okay. So the next cutscene after this, you can skip it as soon as the screen turns black. Like there, where was a little short glimpse of the cutscene. Well, that can happen. Also can happen if you press B at the right timing, but there will be no glimpse of a cutscene. So if you press B a lot of times, you will not see anything after a specific time. It will just go straight through the play mode. And if you press B too much, you will just spring and it wastes time. So get a feeling for that. Just shoot things and go through the tunnel. Well, the tunnel is actually when I started this playthrough, I had a lot of problems just going through the tunnel because it's so easy to just don't get into it. Or when you press upwards, you will... Sometimes it happens when I would press upwards that you just go left and right to the tunnel, where that was intentionally, but it happens quite a lot sometimes. But okay, so here you will just go at... Okay, so either you will here get a instant unmorph, or you will just get like there, because the camera can show it. You will just get a instant unmorph. The soldiers can shoot you if you want to go through the door, but if you get the exact route, like it's not that hard, they will never get you and just maybe shoot through the door, and you will see it in the cutscene. And yeah, well, you're losing like 1 second with it if they actually shoot you, but it's not important. Okay, so now the tricks in this room. So normally you would just scan the scan thing. Scan the scan thing. You just scan the scan thing, go up there, scan another scan thing, shoot these 2 things, and go through the door. The 2 tricks are the first trick from Dyceron that I never actually pulled off. You can Ghetto Jump over the walk and go up the container like I showed in the video now. And then jump on the big container to scan the pile and let the cutscene going, because you will move up there with the cutscene, and just yeah, stop it then, because you were falling down at the door. Well, I can't do that, so we will scan the thing. And yeah, you can go through, you can go up there like normal, it wouldn't change anything, but you can also spring on just on this container and go up there that way. Personally like this method more. It saves actually like 3 seconds. I mean, yes, that's also fast, but you need to watch the cutscene, and that also loses time. And I still think this method is faster, but I call this method the 4K barbecue method, because I've never seen it in one before, and I figured it out. And I think it's a good beginner's world trick. Well, I like it. At this morph ball tunnel, it's actually really easy to get a instant unmorph, but like in this occasion it's really not that important to get this big, because it literally doesn't change anything. Okay, some important facts about the cutscenes. Well, the cutscenes are actually an in-game graphic, so it means in this case that you will actually move with that cutscene. So if you move in that cutscene, you will actually move too. So, well, you can't stop the cutscene until you actually stop moving, but it helps a lot. So yeah, can just scan the thing. Just hold Z and get this route just here. You will just go this route. Maybe you can fall off the first time if you are a beginner, but it's fine. You can get here 3 times of morph. Well, this one, the you have fucked it up. The one with a short animation or the one with a big animation. You probably it's important to get the one with a short animation, but you have to get a good beat timing and yeah. Well, if you can go at least a little bit far with that, it's good. The tab's good. Okay, and just unmorph and morph scan it, and yeah. So the door trigger of this door is something special. Well, you can just spring to the door and morph, but sometimes it can happen that the door will just close again and you need to unmorph again because you don't have bombs yet, and just shoot the door again, and it's you're wasting a lot of time with that. Just shoot the door and go up the right and just roll through it. Like now until the end of the door. It's nothing special there. Okay, now you need to be fast because you want to go exactly when the Splinter goes up. Because when the Splinter goes in the tunnel, and you can have here, which is really good, but you need to be as fast as possible when you scan the pile, because you can just go through it. Otherwise, because that's a very good cycle, and yeah, sometimes it can happen that you get stuck in the door and it will either shoot you that way or that way. If you're lucky, it could shoot you that way, but mostly not. Let's be real here. Well, oh wow, a point of no return. Oh no. Okay. Oh boy, the GFMC depot. Is that the English name? It's GFMC Lager here. Okay. So there are now 2 things that you could do. So you could scan the thing and just well, I never actually tried it that way, so I will just show a clip here. Well, you can just get a jump here and get the missile launcher and just get a jump behind there to skip the entire cutscene, but I never actually used that because I thought it was a glitch, because you could get 10 missiles with that, but yeah, if you actually just get 1 missile with that, it's probably okay. I've talked about with Dyceron a lot. Well, but for my case now, I will just morph and go straight through the cutscene and only do the second Ghetto Jump. Well, I think you could with this route and spring here and spring there and put scan visor here and just, yeah. But that's not the route that we are using. Well, now in this case, yes, but we will actually use the Ghetto Jump here, because it's the fastest and consistent way. So if you're doing the Ghetto Jump there, these things will probably not show up, but because I stand it wrong, they are here, so bye. Well, the missile launcher was probably here at that point, I think. Well, you can you just go a little bit back, and then you will go against the wall and Ghetto Jump. So there are a lot of wrong positions there. Well, if you're actually feeling that you just go against the wall and nothing happens, you are way too up ahead. You're way too far. If you're still feeling like you're going against nothing, but you're seeing that you are going against the wall, it will probably be the exact right timing to jump. Just go with a little bit of speed and jump right up ahead. Yeah. Yeah, that's the Ghetto Jump. You just go through the wall and while you're not feeling that you're going against it, and just jump and move at the place where you want to go. So yeah, it's the only thing. So up to Great Temple, yeah. Well, most of the times where you unmorph here, you'll probably just get a instant unmorph and just put the scan visor up and scan the thing, but I didn't got a instant unmorph, but that's okay. Okay, by the way, important trick for beginners. You can actually use the unmorph and morph. Can actually use the unmorph and morph animations to go into cutscenes. Well, cutscenes or triggers faster where you want to go. So, if a trigger is in the bubble and you need to go there, you can just use your animation to go faster. Well, it makes quite sense, but I just wanted to say it for someone who didn't know that. The Dark Splinter fight really doesn't have much to it. They are all killed by one charge beam shot. If you can get with your explosion radius some other Dark Splinters with one shot, you can kill him with one shot that's only half loaded. Yeah, and the Dark Alpha Splinter phase 1 dies when you shoot him with 3 fully loaded charge beam shots and when you shoot him 3 times. When the corruption of the Dark Alpha Splinter ends, he will still have invincibility frames, so you need to wait actually a second or so until you can hit him. Well, it's like the Dark Alpha Splinter fight is like a normal Splinter. You will just need to put a lot of charge beams at him and he will just jump and through his dark projectile thingies, and when he's on low health you just throw a missile at him and he dies. It's not much to him. Oh no! That one item that nobody needs. Okay, well, you can also get a very easy instant amorph here because the camera can show you what's behind the wall fast enough, so it's easy. So the best route, in my opinion, is just to go up there, scan the thing, and just go the little way there and just jump over it, because there are some gateways where you can't go like that through them, but every gateway at Great Temple, there's possible. There's it possible. So, like that also. Like if you want to go to Torvus where that's not possible, the gateway is a little bit buggy, but yeah, okay. We'll just go there and shoot at the missile at the door and and shoot a little bit to open the door. Well, you can also go that way, but you will be actually teleported at a different location where you actually want to be teleported. So you will just time your missile and your shots with the cutscene trigger that's here at the point. Well, because when you shoot a missile and the cutscene already begins and it doesn't hit the door, you will just, well, the missile will just poof. And you can't get a, you will lose a little bit of time, but yeah, well, you can just shoot a missile at that door when you need to turn around, but it's also good if you, well, it's also good if you get some missile drops, because you need it. You need them, because you need them. It's funny how you can just kill all of them from this room and they can't do nothing against you because they don't know that you actually exist. Good thing. Well, here you can just spring from the walk and scan, because it will just teleport you. You go straight through the tunnel to the through the teleporter to Aegon.